Hey, Maximizers. I'm waiting for Instagram. Okay. Hey, Maximizers. Welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Krista Maximizer. I am a business coach and I help brand new business owners create a profitable business that they love. I help them use social media to make consistent money in their business. I hope you all are having a very happy Wednesday. I literally just got back from Skateland. Kinsley has been asking me to go roller skating forever, probably for the past few months. And I looked up the local skate place in our area and I went there. It's my first time skating since high school. I've been out of high school for 15 years or so. I've been out of high school. So the last time I went skating, I was definitely in high school. And it probably was not my senior year. And my feet hurt, my ankles hurt. I know I'm forming a blister, but it was one of the best workouts I have had in a very long time. So if I sound winded, we literally just got back to from Skateland. We were there from 7 to 9. And it's like I cannot wait to take a shower. Like I didn't have time to take a shower before this. I got up here like 5 minutes before this live, but it was such a great workout. But tonight, I want to talk to you all about how to be consistent in your business and how to stay consistent in your business. So, enough about me. I would love to know where you are watching from and what your business is. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country, and what kind of business do you have. Like, I am the business coach who actually engages with you. So, if you make a comment like Alicia, is it Alicia or Alicia? Alicia Shaw, let me know if I'm saying it right. Alicia or Alicia. She's in Florida. What part of Florida? I'm in Central Florida. What part of Florida are you in? You have a problem. What's your problem? I'd love to hear it. I'm the business coach who engages with everyone and I love to answer questions. I like to think of my social media lives as my mini master classes. I don't do free like master classes and workshops. This is my Alicia. I can't remember which order I said it in. I'm tired. I'm so sorry. And Alicia, perfect. Okay, cool, Alicia. And Tampa. Ooh, Tampa. I'm going to Fort Lauderdale this weekend for work. And I've been to Tampa a few times this year to see my sister. And I think I went to Tampa for work earlier this year. But I'm the coach who likes to engage with you all. I consider my social media live streams like my mini master classes. So if you want to learn how I work, what it's like to work with me, get support from me before enrolling in one of my programs, my live streams are it. And I I want to talk to you a little bit about what it means and how you can make a plan. Okay, I'm going to answer your question in a second, Alicia. I want to talk to you about what it means and what it looks like to be consistent in your business. I have been in business for 5 years. I started my business in 2018. It was just a YouTube channel. And I didn't even like, I knew I was starting a business, but I did not have what I wanted to sell in mind. What I did was I built an audience. And this is going to be super important to the consistency story because I want you to put a number 1 in the chat. I did not see your comment. Can you retype your comment? Because it did not pop up. Sometimes TikTok hides some of the comments. So Crystal Creations, please drop your question again. And Alicia, I'm going to come to your question as well. So drop your question again. Crystal Creations, I love your name, by the way. Drop your question again because it did not pop up. I hope you can copy and paste it and retype it. But you probably hear so many people say, be consistent with your social media, be consistent with your social media, be consistent with your social media, right? So consistency is a thing. But when I started my business in 2018, it was just a YouTube channel. And I was so consistent with building my audience that I was able to turn my YouTube channel into a multiple 6-figure coaching business. And I didn't make any money the first year because I started my YouTube channel in August. So from August to December, I didn't make any money in my business, which is fine. My goal was to, not knowingly, but to build my audience. But in 2019, I started to make money. So since January of 2019 to the current date, I've made over $300,000 in my business using social media, consistently using social media. So I want to share with you, how many tips do I have? I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips for staying consistent in your business. So let me know where you're watching from and what your business is. Okay, so Alicia's question is, I got an EIN number. I'm trying to start a business, but I really don't have a plan. Alicia also said, whoops, and I don't want to mess it up. I want to do real estate, but I really want to start a nonprofit for women. Okay. So First things first, great on having your EIN, which is awesome. But if you don't have a plan, you have like technically you have a legal business, but if you're not making money, you don't have a business. So having an EIN is awesome. It's great. But what is your EIN for? Is it for real estate? Because you don't necessarily need an EIN to do real estate. Kinsley, I'm live. You don't need an EIN to be a real estate agent. You don't need EIN to be a real estate agent. So what business are you trying to do besides selling real estate? Because to my knowledge, you don't need an EIN to do real estate. You just need you sell real estate as yourself. So you don't need that. Now, a nonprofit is completely different, not my area of expertise. If you want to start a full profit business and make money from it, then I am your guru. I am your coach. I can help you create literally a business from scratch. That's what I help my clients do. I help my clients take the idea from their brain, turn it into a profitable business, create their offer, price their offer for value so they're not undervaluing themselves. And then I help you use social media consistently. And I promise you, we're going to get to the tips to be consistent. But please keep dropping your questions. I would love to answer them. Hey, Queen Chef of Three Kings. Thanks so much for joining. And I am live on all my platforms, 2 YouTube channels, a Facebook page, Instagram, and TikTok. But what I was saying is you've got to figure out what kind of business you want to have. And I help my clients do just that, price their offer, and then use social media to make money. That's the part that I said before I went off on a tangent. So what kind of business do you want to start? Not real estate, because real estate is just you can do real estate. You don't need an EIN for real estate. And what's your LLC in? Because if you have an EIN, great, but what's your LLC? And what was the purpose for getting that? In the same breath, to everyone else that's listening, I do not suggest you get an LLC and an EIN until you've made $1,000 with your business. Until you have proof of concept that you can make money, do not pay that yearly fee for an LLC. We had 3 months left in the year. If you haven't made $1,000, do not get an LLC. It's not going to be worth it for you to have an LLC and pay a yearly fee of $100. Some states are up to $200 when you haven't made $1 yet. Do not get an LLC until you made $1,000. Once you made $1,000, get your LLC, get your EIN, and then open up your business bank account. Okay. I did not get my LLC until I got fired from my job. So a whole year of having Krista Maximizer, and then I decided to make it a business because it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it to me to make it a business before I made money. For that instance, because then you're on the hook for it legally. Okay. Hold on, let me get to the comments. Okay, women. Hey Zach, thanks for joining. Okay. Do you like us black people? Bruh, you gotta stop. I'm blocking you. I'm black fool. Like, are you, I don't know if you're spam or are you real? It was technically for a warehouse to hold my nonprofit items. Okay. Yeah, he's got to get blocked. We're not dealing with him. Okay, we're blocking him because I'm not dealing with his comments. It was technically for a warehouse. Okay, so you don't need an EIN for a warehouse to hold your nonprofit. Nonprofit and business should be separate. I'm not an expert in this, but they should not be like commingling. And you don't need an EIN. Again, you don't need an EIN for a warehouse. If you're going to have a nonprofit and you're going to have a 501c3, you can have a warehouse for your 501c3. Does that make sense? So you don't need a warehouse for that. I was going to do like housing to profit for my nonprofit. I was going to do like housing for profit. What do you mean housing for profit? I did a sole proprietorship, I think. That's why I think I did it wrong. Okay, so honestly, it doesn't matter. If you did it, great. You already did it. You can always dissolve it because you haven't made money from it. So it's fine, but you can also just use it to create an actual business. So like, what do you want to do? When you say housing, what does that mean? You're saying that you want to sell real estate and then use the profits for your nonprofit? I'm just trying to understand like what your thought process is. Oh, thank you so much for that badge. I appreciate that, my core fit. Let me know if you have any questions about your business, starting a business, building a business. I'm answering those questions and I'm going to talk about how to be consistent in your business. But I was answering some questions that popped up. So let me know if you have any questions, my core fit. And Alicia, you can let me know those clarifying questions. So basically, You want to come up with a business idea that's going to make, I want to buy real estate, rent it out so I can fund my nonprofit. Okay. So again, you don't need an EIN to do any of that because the nonprofit is completely different. So you just want to buy real estate. You don't want to sell a product or a service. So you don't need an EIN and you don't need a business for that. You just need to go to real estate school and then find someone to do commercial real estate. Make sense? Yeah. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to dig into how to stay consistent in business. If you have questions, I'm definitely going to open up the floor for questions at the end, but let's go through these 5 tips. So here are 5 tips to stay consistent in business, okay? So when you are first starting out and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to be consistent, the first thing you want to do is define what consistency looks like for you. How do you want to show up? In what areas of your business is consistency? So for me, social media is number one. Why? Because social media is the top of my funnel. Social media is how I get my leads for people who want to work with me in my programs, the Side Hustle Society and the Brain to Business Bootcamp. Those two are my main signature programs. So social media is where I want to be consistent. So what that looks like is I've decided that for the rest of this year, I'm going to post every other day on social media. That's my consistency. So, and when I say social media, I mean YouTube. YouTube is my main platform. So I'm going to post every other day on YouTube. I'm going to repurpose 10 of my YouTube videos every single month, and they're going to be repurposed into shorts. I'm going to make those shorts and use those for TikToks and Reels. So my consistency is a video every other day on YouTube. My consistency for work, my goal is to work a minimum of 30 to 40 hours per week. Now, I used to say, oh, I need to do 6 hours a day. I'm off of the 6 hours per day. My goal is honestly, because for the rest of this year, I'm in a building phase of my business. My goal is to work 30 to 40 hours, 30 hours minimum, 40 hours maximum. Some weeks I am working a little bit more because I'm creating a lot of curriculum. I am batching a lot of content. So consistency for me is I need to work 30 to 40 hours. Next year, my goal is going to be to only work 20 to 30 hours per week, no more than 30 hours per week, because I won't be building because I'm doing all that building right now. I want you to put a number 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Define what consistency looks like for you. Journaling every day is what I need to also be consistent with. Journaling for me includes meditating and also reading my books. That when I say I want to journal, I need to meditate, I need to pray, and I need to read my business building books that I have on my bookshelf that I told myself I was going to read. So that's what my consistency really looks like. Working up to 40 hours per week in my business. It doesn't matter if I work 4 days, 10 hours, or if I work all 7 days and I work like 5 hours a day for 7 days. I'm fine with that, right? So that's my consistency that I decided. You don't let anyone tell you what consistency should look like. You're going to hear these people saying you should post 3 times a day on TikTok. If that is not within your wheelhouse, do not break your back and burn yourself out posting every day on TikTok. It will much rather be to your benefit if you can post 3 times a week on TikTok for 6 months than to post every day for 2 months and not to post for 4 months because you're burnt out. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. I was thinking for purchasing merchandise or stuff for repairs. Repairs for what? It's a lot over the place, my friend Alicia. It's a lot all over the place. Maybe because it's hard to relay this information on TikTok. But what kind of repairs were you thinking about? The houses I rent. Okay. So you're trying to buy a house and use the rent that you make from the house to fund your nonprofit. Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So you decide the consistency that you want. You decide the consistency that you want. Okay, Alicia. So again, you don't need an EIN or an LLC for any of that. So your first step is you've got to get your real estate license and get your real estate license and then work with a company so that you can be the real estate agent and make those commissions. Yeah. But you don't need it again. You don't need an EIN to buy merchandise. You don't need an EIN to help fund your nonprofit. You need a 501c3 and all that stuff, which is a whole different monster. Hi, Pamela. But like, I'm the business coach that helps you if you want to start a service or product, right? So if you want to help someone with the service or you want to start your own product, that is what I specialize in, helping people and helping them to use social media. Now, once you're a real estate agent, I can help you with a social media marketing strategy to attract clients who want to buy or sell their houses. You know what I mean? And so that you are in front of your ideal client and getting more sales. I can help real estate agents in that because you are offering a service, right? So my first tip for being consistent in business is to define what consistency looks like for you. You decide consistency. Oh, it's best to get your real estate license to become an investor. Not necessarily, but she was saying that she wanted to sell real estate. So that's the reason why I said get her real estate license, because she wants to buy and sell real estate. Like, she wants to be the agent doing the transactions. She doesn't want to just get an investment house. She's saying that she wants to consistently buy and sell real estate so that she can use that money for her nonprofit. Now, if you're looking to just like flip houses, you don't necessarily need to have a real estate license, but it also is to your benefit, right? It does not hurt you to be the most educated person in the room. It cannot hurt you to be a licensed real estate agent in your state or your area. So you know the ins and outs of everything and how it truly works, so that as you are investing in these properties, people can't get over on you. Does that make sense? It cannot hurt you. It can't hurt you. It can only help you to know all the ins and outs of it. So if it's something that you want to do like long term, you got to think to yourself, if I want to do this long term, does it hurt me or help me to invest the time and the money to become a real estate agent? Because then you can do so much more. Then you have a bigger opportunity. You know what I mean? So we want to think smarter. And especially if you're going into, like, if you've never bought a house or sold a house before, but you want to be an investor, you have the money. Yes, you can pay people to do that for you. But if you really want to understand the core of your business, understand all the loopholes and the tax write-offs, what you can do, what you can't do, what's legal, what's not, what's illegal, so contractors and stuff don't get over on you, it's only to your benefit to be that informed. So I would personally, if I was going to be in the real estate market, it does not hurt you. And also, like, it helps with commissions because, like, you can be the agent. You know what I mean? You don't have to have an agent and give them a cut. You are the agent. So that's more money for you. Okay. So, second tip for being consistent in your business, you've got to decide how you're going to track your consistency. So I have a lot of project management tools. The one thing that I use on a daily is my actual paper planner. I have an Erin Condren Daily Duo A5 Ring Agenda. And I put all of my daily to-dos in here. Like, everything I need to do for the day is in this planner. Let me make sure there's nothing personal in here. What's today? Wednesday? I don't think I wrote Wednesday, because Wednesday, I haven't even done that much work today. Oh, but I did. I wrote out Wednesday what I need to do. And Thursday. Did I write anything on Friday? And I wrote stuff on Friday. So this is my daily to-do. So I track my consistency of what I've done for work as far as tasks in this planner. So in this planner, I write my tasks every day and I can track it here. I also track my time in an app called Toggle. So every time I do something, like right now, I messed this up. I was preparing for this live before we started the live. So I started my timer for social media live prep. So now I'm actually doing the live. I put it to social media live. So I can look back over my week and I can see that last week I worked 44 hours. I worked every single day. I worked Monday through Sunday. I did not work all day. Like Saturday, I only worked 2 hours, but I did a little bit of work. And then Monday, I only worked 3 hours. I did a little bit of work because I was traveling that day, but I had some coaching calls. So Monday and Saturday were mostly my days off. I had some coaching calls that I really had to do, but the other days I worked 7 days. Tuesday, I worked 6 hours. I have blocks of time where I didn't work. So I can look and I can see how many hours I worked, and I also can see what I worked on. So that way I can see where am I spending my time and if I'm being consistent in what I said I was going to be consistent in. Put some number ones in the chat if this makes sense. So you need a place to hold yourself accountable. The week before, when I was in Baltimore, your girl only worked 16 hours. So I worked 44 hours one week, and then I worked 16 hours the week before, which to me is okay because I was out of town. The week before that, I worked 25 hours, and that was the week that I left to go out of town. But the 2 days before I left, I worked 18 hours. And Monday and Tuesday before I left to leave. The week before that, I worked 48 hours. I worked Saturday and Sunday, mostly in the evenings, and Thursday. But Some of these days I work 2 hours, 3 hours, etc. Right? So I can go back for the past months to see how I worked and what I worked on. So I can see how long it takes me to record YouTube videos, how long it takes me to edit. So to meet my goal of working 40 hours, the 2 weeks I was out of town, I knew I wasn't going to work 30 hours. So I'm fine with that. But all of my other weeks, I'm exceeding 40 hours. And again, this last five months of the year have been game changing for me because if I'm being very honest with you, previous to July, so June and late last year, so probably for the past year from July to July, I was not consistent in my business. I was not as focused as I would be. I was honestly avoiding the work in my business. There was a lot of changes happening in my business. I was wrestling with business decisions internally. So I was not working in my business to its highest potential. And that is me being 1,000% honest. So after I reflected on that, I set new goals. I set new focuses. I decided what I wanted to do. I decided what my consistency was going to look like. I was like, forget that. This is what I'm telling myself that I'm going to do. And this is what I'm going to do with it. Does that make sense? So I really sat down with myself. And once I made that commitment to myself to stop relying on other things and stop avoiding the tough things in my business and stop avoiding decisions that needed to be made, I made the decisions that were best for me and I took off. And business has been booming ever since because I focused on what I really wanted to do, what I really needed to do. I had tough conversations with myself. I made major decisions. This year, I decided to be a business coach. I was fighting with it for the past year for sure of like, should I be a business coach or not? Am I a sellout if I become a business coach? If you're new, I started off as a couponing and budgeting coach where I was teaching people how to coupon, budget, and manage their money. Do I still do that? Yes. But I decided in 2023, my main focus is going to be business coaching. I wanted to impact women and help them make more money because when you make more money, you can make more impact. When you make more impact, you can change your life and the lives of people around you. We deserve to have more money. And if you want to have more money, you should. If you want to start a business, I want to help you because I know how hard it is to just try to figure out what the heck you are doing, right? So I decided to go all in and listen to my own advice and do what I love, which is I love helping women with their money. And right now, for the season that I'm in, it's business coaching. I need to help you make money. So that's what I decided with my consistency. What the hell? My notes went away. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I lost my notes. Did my whole, hold on. I think my whole, oh, I'm like, where did it go? Okay, I think I have two of these open. Okay, this one can close. I'm like, I lost my notes. I lost my notes. Alicia says, I'm right there. I need that coaching. Listen, I would love to help you. I'm gonna tell you in a few minutes. Once I'm done these topics and I go to questions, I'm gonna tell you how you can work with me. I'm gonna tell you what coaching I have available. And I would love to help you. I know right now in your heart you're saying real estate and your nonprofit, but sometimes once we work together and you really listen to the desires of your heart, things can change. I've had clients who come with me and was like, I want to do this business. We went through some exercises. I asked them to ask themselves some tough questions, and they were like, Crystal, I don't really like that as much. And I'm like, okay, what do you like? Well, I really like this, but that can't be a business. You can turn anything into a business. People are farting in jars and it's a business. People are selling pictures of their feet and it's a business. I mean, people are doing all kinds of stuff. And there's girls making rice art where they're making art out of rice and throwing it up. You throw it up one time and it's messed up, but they are making tens of thousands of dollars doing that. There's people doing all types of coaching, making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. You can turn anything into a business as long as it solves a problem or offers convenience. But really get into the core of what you want to do and what makes you happy and what you're good at, that is the game changer in all of this. So once I got back to that, my business has been booming. Okay. So tip number 2, decide how you're going to track your consistency. Number 3, are you ready? This is the big one. Allocate the time. If you are a side hustler, which means your business is on the side of your main hustle, it's on the side of your 9 to 5, you need to open up your calendar and you need to decide 1 hour per day I'm working on my business. I tell all my clients, if you have a 9 to 5, 1 hour a day on your business, and on your days off, 2 to 3 hours, for a total of 7 to 10 hours per week on your business. So I need you to sit down. And if you didn't work on your business all week, okay, look at your calendar for tomorrow. Where can I fit 1 hour of business on Thursday? Where can I fit 1 hour of business on Friday? Where can I fit 1 hour of business on Saturday? Where can I fit 3 hours of business on Sunday? You need to sit down on your calendar and write what hour you're working on your business. And even if you have to split it up, one of my clients is like, what if I can't do a full hour? That's fine. If you got 30 minutes in the morning because you're going to wake up 30 minutes before your kids, and you got 30 minutes in the evening because you're going to work 30 minutes once they go to sleep, that's cool. It doesn't matter what it looks like. I gave up lunches with my coworkers. I told my coworkers when I had a 9 to 5, I'm only eating lunch one day a week. They picked Fridays. Monday through Thursday, I was in my car. I was at a coffee shop. I was in a huddle room. I was editing YouTube videos. I was coming up with video ideas. I was journaling. I was listening to YouTube videos. I was getting my business together. That's 4 hours a week I got because I was eating and working. Okay. I stopped watching TV. I didn't watch any of my shows in real time. So the only show I watched in real time was Thursday's Big Brother Eviction. Everything else, I had DirecTV when I was a side hustler. I put everything on record. And I sat down on Fridays. I did my 1 hour work on Fridays, and Fridays was my binge day. I sat down with my sunflower seeds, and because I would work as soon as I got home, I would do my 1 hour, and by 6:37 I was done. So from 7 to 11, I sat on the couch. I binged all my shows. There was still commercials back, so I didn't have to watch any of the commercials because it was all recorded. I binged, and I watched all of my shows from the week on Friday, which was even better because I didn't have to wait through the commercials or wait each day. It was like I watched all my favorite shows, depending on what the season was, on Friday nights. And that allowed me to focus throughout the week. I also stopped scrolling on social media because I realized that I was doing so much comparison of like, she's doing this and she's doing that, and I should be doing this. And it was messing with my psyche, and it was wasting my time. So I was like, I only have 1 hour a day to scroll, and I stopped scrolling. And a lot of times I would go days without scrolling on social media. I was just posting what I needed to post. I would watch my favorites, and that was it. I didn't have a coach back then, so I didn't have like top coaches to watch. That's it. That's all. Okay? 1 second. Kinsley, come on and take a shower. So you've got to decide if your business is a priority to you. If your business is a priority to you, you have to make time for it. People make time for the things that are important to them. And if your business is important to you, you need to make time for it. Does that make sense? If your business is important to you, you need to make time for it. So you need to go through your calendar and you need to allocate the time. Because if you don't give yourself time, you can't be consistent. If you do not make the time, you cannot be consistent. That's me, right? Which makes me feel like I can't start or succeed in business. Why do you feel like you can't start or succeed in business? Because you're not ready to commit to the time? Because you're not ready to commit to the time? Because you can literally do anything that you put your mind to. I promise you, there's at least 5 things you can think of right now that you decided that you were going to do, and you can do it. I'm doing comparison. Okay, so that means that we got to take them away. I'm going to give you a trick. If there's anybody that you are comparing yourself to, if they are not motivating you, if they are not encouraging you, directly or indirectly, you need to unfollow or mute them. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I have pretty much everybody on mute on Instagram. So what that means is I still follow them, but their stuff does not show up for me. I only follow the coaches that inspire me. Some of them I pay, some of them I do not, but I only follow the coaches who inspire me. But like people who I felt like, oh, I wish I was her. I don't think those thoughts anymore. Thank God I've worked on my mindset, because I'm like, what she has is for her, and what I want is for me. And I cannot compare myself to her, because she may be on day 1,185 and I may be on day 5. I cannot compare my day 5 to her 1,185. You are only allowed to compare yourself to past versions of yourself. So when I get into comparison, I say 2022 Crystal, 2021 Crystal, 9 to 5 Crystal, college Crystal, high school Crystal, early 2023 Crystal. Because even in this year alone, my mindset has shifted insane, because what I was thinking in January, Lord Jesus, is not what I'm thinking right now in October. So you are only allowed to compare yourself to past versions of yourself. That's the only fair comparison. To compare myself now to the version of Crystal that started this business in 2018, she's a world of difference. She's a world of difference. So anyone that does not bring you joy, you need to unfollow them expeditiously. On Facebook, mute them. Mute them, because you do not need to have that negative energy in your life. You also need to monitor your scrolling. Don't just get on the internet and mindlessly scroll. Follow the people that bring you joy, look for the people that bring you joy, and then get off the app. Post your content, engage with your audience, and get the hell off. Don't spend hours and hours and hours strolling looking for inspiration. No, you don't need to look at social media for inspiration. You need to journal to get inspiration. You need to meditate to get inspiration. You need to talk to your business coach, your business mentor to get inspiration. But you don't need to see somebody else's stuff to be inspired. Now, I'll say that I'm inspired to work hard in my business by the coaches that I follow, but I'm not looking at them to get an idea to do something. Does that make sense? When I'm looking at them, I'm looking at, all right, what strategy can I apply to my business? Not, oh, she's doing a masterclass, I should do a masterclass. Or she's doing a boot camp, I should do a boot camp. No, I'm looking at them to see what strategies are they doing? How is she selling that? What was her sales process? Oh, I need a sales process. How can I put a sales process together that works for me in a similar strategy of hers? Not let me copy word for what she did. Or some coaches are just super inspirational and motivational to get you up off your butt. Like this right now is motivating to some people. Like you can be consistent in your business and in your life. You have the power to change your life. You have the power to get what you want. It starts with your belief. And that was big to me, my belief. That is the thing vulnerable that I still struggle with. The belief that um it's possible for me to make $1 million in a year. Like it's possible for me to make the $250,000. I just had my first six-figure year last year. So it's like, whew. So now my goal is to just hit six figures again. And then the year after that, we got to go for a quarter mil. And then we got to go for a half. And then we got to go for 750. And then hopefully within 5 years, we hit $1 million. So that is the belief that I have right now, is that the strategies that I'm doing now, I can build upon to get to that $1 million year. So your belief is going to really shape the way in which you make decisions. Because if you don't believe in yourself, that is when you're not going to get the results that you desire. But you have to have the faith the size of a mustard seed, and you have to believe that what you want is coming for you. That I'm already a millionaire. I'm working on the steps to get the money in my account. Like you have to have that energy. Okay. So once you allocate your time, you can do more of what you want. Number 4, plan what you want to do. Plan what you want to do. So when you want to be consistent with something, you can't wait until the day of to decide what you're going to do. So what I suggest for my business clients is on a weekly basis, make a weekly to-do list. We're going to work about 10 hours a week on our business. So you should put 10 tasks on your list. 10 tasks on your list. So that way, when you know that you're going to work for your 1 hour on Thursday, you're going to do 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night. That first 30 minutes, you can pull a task off and do it in 30 minutes. And then the second 30 minutes, you can pull another task, or you can complete the task from that morning. So by the end of the day, that task is done. But you need a list so you know what to do. Maybe it's a day where you're like, oh, I got 2.5 hours to work on my business. So you just go down the list and you do the task in order. Because otherwise you'll sit down and you're like, well, what do I need to work on? Maybe I'll post. Let me look on Instagram for inspiration on what to post. And next thing you know, it's been an hour. You haven't posted a damn thing. And you're like, I just wasted my whole hour. So sit down, and I like to plan. So one of my hours, not even a whole hour, a part of my hour, my first thing that I do on Mondays is I plan for the week. So I do a brain dump of all the things that I want to get done. And then I make my targeted list. I make my targeted list of like, these are the things that has to get done. And then as you saw in my planner, from my targeted list, I'm full-time. So I give myself 3 to 5 tasks a day. Now, sometimes it looks like more than 3 to 5 because some of them are like double up. One of these is just like edit a podcast, write a sales email, prep for my live. That's an easy one. So from my weekly tasks, I break them down, and every day I give myself tasks from the weekly tasks. Sometimes I finish all of these. If I finish all of these, what do? If I still got hours left, I'm going to flip to the next page and I'm like, well, let me do something from Friday. Let me do something from Saturday. Or if my brain has had enough, sis is done. If I get all my work done in 2 hours, I might take the rest of the damn day off, go take a nap, frolic, maybe come back later if I have like a call or something to do later. Or I'll just take the rest of the damn day off. Because my tasks for that day are done. Listen, I be thinking that I got gel in my hair, or is that my gray hair, y'all? Is it gel? It's the gray hair. The whole time I'm sitting over here like, oh, I got a clump of gel. Fucking gray hair. I'm like, gel, gray hair, gray hair. She said, baby, she's speaking to me big time. I think that's my problem. I don't believe in myself and I hold my past against me. Listen, you cannot change the past, sis. All you can do is to decide to be different for the future. It's like the money that we already spent, unless it's something you can return to the store, you cannot get it back. The food that you ate that you probably shouldn't have ate, you can't get it back. What, you gonna throw it up or poop it out? Those are your only 2 options, and we're not throwing up because we're not doing that. So you just gotta wait till you poop it out. The drink that you drank that you wasn't supposed to drink, is nothing you can do about that. So you just have to decide. The decisions I made yesterday are not going to hold me back from decisions that I'm making today. Oh, that's a word. The decisions I made yesterday are not going to hold me back from the decisions I make today. The decisions I made yesterday are not going to hold me back from the decisions that I make today. You are not going to beat yourself up about it. You can analyze it and you can decide that was not the best thing for me to do. Next time, I'm not doing that again. Because that put me in a situation to not get more of what I want. It made me feel crappy. It did not serve me in the way that I needed to be served. So I'm deciding to not do that again. Regardless of what anyone else says, I'm not doing that again. I am not available for that again, right? So it's literally a work in progress, Alicia. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. And I'm saying this to you as someone who started not believing in myself and second guessed all of my decisions, but it's been years and years and years of mindset work. If you do not have a journal, I make a journal for every year. Make sure I have information. This is my 2023 journal. You can see it has my goals, it has my words of the year, it has positive affirmations. These are my affirmation cards. Get a journal. You got to get those thoughts out of your head. You got to get those thoughts out of your head, okay? But you've got to plan what you're doing so that you're not spinning your wheels when you get to the day of what you're doing with your consistency. Number 5. Now, number 5 is going to be something that you like, Crystal, why are you telling me to do this? You're going to be thinking like, why is this a thing? But it's a big thing. So as I say, number 5, if you have any questions for me about staying consistent in business, growing in business, drop them in the chat. Because once I'm done number 5, I'm going to answer some questions. Number 5, celebrate when you complete tasks. I don't care if you just started your business Instagram. I don't care if you just made your first landing page. I don't care if you just made your first Facebook post to sell. I don't care what it is. You have to celebrate that task is done and then take a 5-minute break. Go ahead. Make sure the lights are off. Okay. Celebrate that the task is done. Because one, it'll give you a bit of accomplishment like, I did that. I did that. Give yourself a 5-minute break, and then you're going to be more excited to stay consistent. Like, I realize I'm less productive when I sit here until my butt hurts. So I make sure my Apple Watch will tell me to stand up every hour. So when it tells me to stand up, I usually stand up at that 50 mark because it'll tell you at like 10 minutes before the next hour. So if it'll tell me at 10:50 to stand up, I'm going to finish my thought. I'm going to finish what I'm doing, pause my toggle. I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk for those 10 minutes. Maybe I'll go do 3 bowls of dishes. Bae is like, why are you going to do half the dishes? Because I needed to get up and I needed to celebrate and I needed to get my mind off of work. I'll go do 3 dishes and come back. So that way all the dishes will be done, but I don't do them all at once. Or maybe I'll go put a load of laundry in. Or maybe I'll just go and walk. Maybe I'll get something to drink. Maybe I make myself a smoothie. Maybe I make myself a snack. But I get up from this desk, I go downstairs. Sometimes I walk outside. I live in Florida, get the sun on my face, right? And celebrate like, I got that done. It feels so good to have that done. Does this make sense? Put someone's in the chat. If this makes sense, put someone's in the chat. Celebrate, sis. Celebrate. We do not celebrate enough. I have a biz bestie. We be messaging each other on Voxer, and girl, I can't believe I did this. I'm so happy. I did this. I'm so excited. I finally finished this. And we hype each other up. Because it's like, you need to celebrate that. So many times as a Black woman in my life, I've had to dim my light and not able to celebrate the small things. As a business owner, I celebrate everything. I celebrate everything. Every little thing I'm celebrating. It's a party. It's a party. Even if it's just Crystal party. And no one else has to get it or understand. I need to celebrate. It's okay to brag. And you don't have to be humble about everything. F that. Yes, I've made over $300,000 using my social media in my business in the past 4 years. And I'm not afraid to say that. Don't tell people how much money you made. Oh, well, listen, I can tell you this with a straight face. Ain't $300,000 in not one bank account that I have. I said I made that gross. That is before taxes. That is before paying my team. That is before everything. I grossed it, which means I earned it. But just like when you at a 9 to 5, your salary could be $125,000, but you don't see $125,000 in your paycheck, right? So like, you are allowed to celebrate yourself and put in your accolades. It doesn't have to be in an arrogant kind of way to try to show people that you're better than them, but it can be in a way of like, I'm that girl and I'm not afraid to say it. And again, not in an arrogant kind of way of like, I'm better than you, but in a way of like, I bust my ass to get this. I've worked my butt off for this. And I am going to celebrate and I am going to say it. Celebrate is a way to be thankful and also keep encouraging yourself. Yes. It like feeds my ego. I always will say like, I need to get my mojo back. Like when I'm in a slump of no sales, I'm like, I gotta get my mojo back. And then once the sales start flowing in, I'm like, thank you, God. Give me this. I need to celebrate this feeling. I need to feel this feeling. I need to hold this feeling and keep my mojo. And that's why every time someone joins one of my programs, they get a sticky note on the wall. That's my way of celebrating each individual person and celebrating not only them, but also celebrating me for connecting with another woman that I'm going to be able to help her make money, which is going to make impact and which is going to change her life in her family's lives. It's a part of self-love. Yes, definitely. I can agree with that. So my 12-month group coaching program is called the Side Hustle Society. The purpose of the Side Hustle Society is to help you start and grow your business. Okay. I help you with 3 core things: sales, marketing, and client retention. So I'm going to hold your hand and walk you through the process to actually build up your business using social media and make a consistent $1,000 per month. The Side Hustle Society is for you if you are someone who's sitting at your 9 to 5 and you know this is not your forever thing. You are ready to start a business, but you're not sure what business you want to start. You're ready to start a business, but you need help. You have a ridiculous amount of questions and you're YouTubing and TikToking your way through it, and you're still not putting the pieces together, right? The Side Hustle Society is for you if you want to be coached without paying tens of thousands of dollars. The Side Hustle Society is group coaching, but I speak to each person individually. So when we have calls, I'm going to call you by your name. I'm going to ask you what you're working on. I'm going to ask you what you need help with. I'm going to give you some support. I'm going to give you a homework assignment. And then in our next call, I'm going to check in. Alicia, did you do your homework, sis? What are you working on? And we also don't shame you. If you didn't get your homework done, I'm like, okay, Alicia, what held you back from doing your homework? This and this and this. Okay, so what can you commit to this week? What do you have the capacity to do? I am just here to coach and encourage you. But I'm also going to let you know, Alicia, we've been working on this for 3 months. Do we need to make a change? Do we need to update our goal? Do we need to not manifest? Do we need to change the way that we are approaching this to make it easier for you? Do we need to break this down to you? What can I do to help you make progress on the goal that you told me you wanted to reach 3 months ago? So I am here to coach and encourage and inspire you as you build your business. And I like to do it for people who are new to business, because when I started my business, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. No one around me had an online business. So what y'all didn't know is I got fired from my 9 to 5. So I had Chris the Maximizer for a year. On my 1 year YouTube anniversary, I had just hit 1 million views. I think I had almost 20,000 subscribers. I went to work that day, celebrated my 1 year, and got fired. One of the best days of my life. I cried tears of joy getting fired. I was already planning to quit. So I left the job, and I had lots of videos on me leaving and what that looked like and how that worked and everything. So definitely, if you have questions, I'll answer them. But I haven't been back to a 9 to 5 since then. And that was August 19th, 2019 when I got fired. The story I'm trying to tell you is I was a fish out of water because I filed for my LLC that day, got my EIN, and I did not know how to run an online business. I had a membership that I was only charging $5 a month for, and I had a plan to sell a course. But I did not know how to run an online business. I knew how to build an audience. I knew how to post a crap ton of content. Like I've posted to date over 1,700 YouTube videos in the past 5 years. 1,700. I have 2 YouTube channels now. If you're not subscribed to my new YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. Build a Business with Chris. Build a Business with Chris. Actually, I need to link that one in my TikTok bio because my old YouTube channel is linked there. I need to link my new one. So I didn't know what to do. So I went to an in-person event from a coach that I had been following. I signed up with her. It was a $6,000 investment. Baby, I was barely making money. I had a few months of living expenses saved up. I had a couple $1,000s from my $5 membership because I had never cashed out. And I was making money from YouTube. So I was making like $1,500 a month just from my YouTube channel views. And so I had months of living expenses, but I did not have $1,000 a month to pay her. I'd only paid $1,000 a month for rent. I had paid for college tuition and my car down payment. I had never paid $1,000 to anything. Her payment was $1,000. My rent was $1,050. I was like, she want me to pay her rent money every month? Like, is she insane? 2 weeks after I met her in person, I implemented what she said. I was like, she want me to do what? I was resistant, but I was like, I paid $500 for this event. I'm going to listen to her. She's made millions online. Let me listen. 2 weeks later, I made $3,000 on Black Friday from the $500 investment. I hadn't even done a call in the coaching program, and I was like, I'm going to listen to her. And to this day, she is still my business coach. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars with her, and she's my business coach to this day. It was one of the scariest investments I ever made, but it was one of the best because I got to learn. Why am I saying this? I had a business coach 3 months into me being full-time in business. I wish I had hired her sooner, but it's okay. Everything happens for a reason. I'm saying all that to say, I want to help you in the Side Hustle Society get the help that I didn't get when I started my business. And this is for you if you know you want a business, but you don't know what your idea is. Most business coaches only help you once you know what your business idea is. I am here to nurture you and help you. And within the first 90 days, figure out what your business idea is going to be and what your offer is that you're going to be selling. That is what I do as a business coach. I help you in the beginning steps. And if you already have a business, but you're not quite making the sales that you want, you're not making a consistent 1,000 per month, the Side Hustle Society is for you. This is coaching for beginners in a group. So you get group support. So we meet 3 times a month. We do 1 live masterclass where I teach, and then we do 2 Q&A coaching calls. You get an app called Slack where you can text me and message me in between calls. So we meet 3 times a month. So if we meet on Tuesdays and you have a question on Thursday, you drop the question in the chat and I answer it. I go in Slack pretty much every single day and answer questions. So you don't have to wait until the next call. You also get access to my couponing class, the Money Saving Academy. So I teach couponing, budgeting, and meal planning. And I teach live in there 2 times a month. So you also get access to that as a bonus. Right now, I'm offering 3 months free. So when you sign up, you get October, November, and December of this month for free, of this year for free. And then you get all of 2024 for the same price as 12 months. So you're going to get 15 months of coaching for the price of 12. And you're going to get a 30-minute kickoff call with me because there's no one-on-one calls in the Side Hustle Society unless you want to upgrade to VIP. I do have a VIP upgrade option. But you get a 30-minute kickoff call with me so that we can set up your first 90 days and make an intentional plan of like, in your first 90 days, these are your goals. This is what you need to hit. This is what we're going to do in the program. And you get to ask me whatever questions, et cetera, et cetera. But you get a 30-minute kickoff call. So 3 months free and a 30-minute kickoff call. You're probably like, girl, how much is this? You trying to take all my money. The Side Hustle Society is $2,000 for the year. There's 2 payment plan options. You can do 12 payments of $199, save yourself a couple $100, or you can do 15 payments of $165. And that will give you coaching for the next 15 months. So you can ask me all your business questions. I'm going to help you with your business. I'm going to walk you through the process of growing your business to make a consistent $1,000 per month. So if you're interested in joining, DM me. Just DM me. I'm ready to start my business. I will chat with you. I will get you the link and I will get you signed up. Okay. If anybody wants to sign up tonight, I'm feeling spicy. Maybe I'll give you a discount code off of your first month. That's wonderful. You had the desire and drive to dream. Yes. Build a business with Krys, KRYS. Build a business with KRYS on YouTube. Investments and implementing. Yes, girl. Yes. Build a business with Krys. Build a business with KRYS. Yeah, if you want to sign up today, maybe I'm feeling spicy. Maybe I'll give you something off your first month. Yeah, if you sign up tonight, I'll give you something off. What feels good? We can do like $30 off your first month if you sign up today. So if you want to sign up tonight and you're like, girl, I'll give you $30 off your first month. $30 off your first month if you want to sign up. Okay, what questions do we have? I know I talked about being consistent in business. I answered a bunch of business questions, and I talked about the Side Hustle Society. How do I give my EIN number back? I'm not sure if you can give it back. So I would just look, I don't know. I've never tried. I've never tried that. I would Google it and see what they say. Because EINs are free. So it's not really going to hurt you. The LLC is what you pay for every year. Yes, it's Build a Business with KRYS. Build a Business with KRYS. Side Hustle Society. Yes, that is my 12-month group coaching program for women who had a 9-to-5 already. They have a main source of income, but they're looking to grow and start and grow a business. With the goal of making a consistent $1,000 per month. And the reason why I chose $1,000 is because before you can make $10,000 a month, you've got to start making $1,000. You've got to start making $100. And you've got to get your systems and your processes down in order to help you make consistent money. Because if you can make $1,000, you can make $10,000. If you can make $10,000, you can make $100,000. It does take different skills, like new level, new skills and strategy. But if you know how to make $1,000 a month, you can learn how to make $5,000 a month. Then you can make $10,000 a month, so on and so forth. Does that make sense? So once you know how to make it consistently, you can grow and scale your business. So I like to help women in the beginning stages who have all the pieces but need help putting them together. Put them together. And if you want to sign up for the Side Hustle Society, I am literally offering $30 off your first month if you sign up today. Or we can ask, is there a cheap way to make an anonymous LLC without foreign LLC? I do not know. I am not the legal person with that, so I honestly have no idea. I have no idea. The EINs are not reused. Okay, perfect. I like those steps. What did you do to start your side hustle? So mine literally started as a YouTube channel. A YouTube channel is what started my business. I literally built an audience first. But before that, I've always known that I was going to start a business. Since I was a kid, I sold snowballs. Had my own snowball stand. I sold fans in the street. I've always been a hustler. I was always looking for ways to make money. I always knew that I was going to be a business owner. When I applied to college, I applied as a business major, but then I got influenced by a bunch of people. I got influenced by a bunch of people and changed my major to nursing. I always knew that I should be a business owner. And it took me until I was 27 to start my first serious business, which was a HR consulting business. And I recruited and hired nurses because my corporate background was in corporate recruiting, call center sales agents. So I was like, let me recruit nurses because I'm really good at recruiting, but I hated recruiting. But I sat with myself and I decided that I was going to do what I love and the money would come. So I started with couponing because at that point I had been couponing for 10 years and I love teaching people about money. So I said, I'm going to do what I love and the money will come. And I started making money on YouTube. So I built my audience first, which is another thing. You cannot sell to an empty room. If you don't have a following, if you don't have an audience, no one can buy from you because they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, they don't know you exist. So you have to build your audience. So I didn't start selling any of my own products until I had about 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I got those 5,000 subscribers within like 6 or 7 months of having my YouTube channel. My first YouTube channel grew extremely quick. It was more than I expected. But you don't need 5,000 people to sell to. You can sell to 100 people. You can sell to a couple hundred people as long as it's the right couple hundred people. So really what I'm helping you focus on inside Hustle Society, building your audience first. Because we cannot sell to an empty room. We are not Beyonce. You can make a website today or tomorrow, big whoop. If you don't have a marketing plan, if you don't have an audience to sell to, no one's going to buy from your website. They don't know you exist. They don't know you exist. And you do consulting now, or did you have any products? No, I do not sell any products. I've made all $300,000, over $300,000 at this point from coaching. So my product is me. My product is my frameworks and my systems that I teach, my strategies that I teach to save money for like my couponing and budgeting clients. Because a good chunk of that money came from me teaching people how to budget and coupon. Like my $5 membership that I turned into a $15 membership. Right now it's a $50 a month membership to learn how to budget, coupon, and meal plan from me. And then I have my business coaching where I have 2 programs. Side Hustle Society is my main program, my 12-month program. So my frameworks and my strategies are my products. That is how I make my money, by teaching you a strategy and coaching. So coaching and consulting. She has bangers. Any advice for people who don't want to be perceived but want to sell? What do you mean by perceived? Perceived. That people who want to be perceived that don't want to be perceived. 300,000? No, I haven't sold any e-commerce. I sell classes. I sell courses. I sell one-on-one coaching. People pay me to talk to them. That's how I made my money. I've sold probably 15 t-shirts, and that was like my couponing Krista Maximizer t-shirts. So that was probably like $300 in revenue that I made from t-shirts. Other than that, people have paid for my courses. They have paid to work with me one-on-one. They have paid to be in my master classes, my workshops, my boot camps. No e-commerce. I literally have made this money by talking. I made over $30,000 just from YouTube. I don't want to be the face of my business. What is the business that you want to have? And why don't you want to be the face? What is hurting you from being the face? Now, I'm an extrovert. And I said this last night on live. I personally, as a coach, don't feel like you can start a faceless business, but like, why would you want to? You are the person that knows the most about your business. What are you afraid of being the face of your business? Why would you not want people to know that it's your business? Like, I can understand if you're like selling that good ganja or something, but like, why don't you want to be the face of your business? What's holding you back from that? No one is going to love your business and show up for your business like you. No one can talk about your business like you. So I would say, what's holding you back from wanting to talk about it? But I can tell you this. You got to talk about it, because I spoke to someone who had somebody else be the face of their business. She spent all this money on marketing, and then that person ran off and did the same thing that she paid them to do, which was insane. Her face was on everything, and then she ran off, stopped working with her, and started doing the same damn thing that she was doing. Insane, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen to you, and I don't want that to happen to you, but I'm definitely the coach who believes wholeheartedly that you do need to show your face and like you need to talk about your business. I'm that coach for sure. Because I have haters and stalkers that literally stalk me through past ones, and I got to get through it. Girl, you're going to have haters and stalkers no matter what. I know Chris Rock or one of them got in trouble for saying this. Whether you're religious or not, Jesus was said to be a perfect man, and you saw what they did to him. He was feeding people with 2 or 3 fish. He was turning water into wine. He was walking on water, saving people, healing people, and they killed that man. You could be a perfect person, and there is always going to be a hater. You could be feeding a homeless person, and someone could say something about that. Literally. You could be taking orphans off the street, and someone will talk shit about you. No matter what you do in this life, there's going to be haters and stalkers. Me, let's give them something to talk about. Because no matter what, there are people on this internet. I don't know of them, but I know that there's people on this internet who have me blocked, who can't stand me, who cannot stand the sound of my voice, who avoid me at all cost. There are people who have bought stuff from me and now absolutely hate me, don't like me. I'm not that person. Not that I did anything specific to them. They just don't like me because I exist. And honestly, there is nothing you can do about someone's opinion of you. Nothing you can do. I literally had a woman email me. She subscribed to my email list. Like, my business is me. I am Chris the Maximizer. My business is me. There's no sugarcoating. If you look at anything Chris the Maximizer, you see me. You might see my daughter sometimes, but you see me. This heifer is going to respond to me and say, I'm unsubscribing because you talk about yourself too much. Who else am I going to talk about on a Chris the Maximizer email list? I'm going to tell you a story of me, and then I'm going to tell you how I can help you. Like, what? I was like, bye. I don't want you here with that kind of energy. You can absolutely do it. Like, that's a small thing. Keep the amazing content. You're doing an amazing job. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And do you think people that set out doing something to make money fail usually? I think when you are starting a business, the goal is to make money. If when you are starting your business, you're like, I'm going to go and be a travel agent because they make $10,000 a month. I think in that respect, you will most likely fail because you're only being a travel agent to make money. Let me give you a personal example. When I decided to recruit nurses, I decided to do that because I saw that you can make between 5 to 10,000 per month recruiting a few nurses per month. Because the doctors, when you recruited a doctor, it was like 10,000. When you did a nurse practitioner, it was like 6,000. I went into that business because of the money, not because I loved recruiting, not because I liked nursing. It was just, I want to make the money. I kept that business for 14 months and hated it. Versus my couponing business, which I still do, I started to coupon because I wanted to help people. And then the byproduct was that I can make money doing it. And I still do that. And I don't see that I'll ever stop helping people learn how to coupon, learn how to budget, learn how to make money. I'm not quitting that business. I'm pivoting. I've grown because the reason why I started business coaching is because a lot of my money saving clients were like, Crystal, help me start a business because I can't budget anymore, because you can never budget your way out of a deficit. You can decrease your expenses or increase your income. And they would say, I want to increase my income. I'm at my max at work. Help me start a business to make more money. That's honestly how I started getting to the side. And I fell in love with it. So I love helping women make money. I love making money and I want to make money. Don't get it twisted. But I didn't become a business coach because I could make $50,000 per month. That's amazing. But I know that if I was to hit the lottery today or tomorrow, I would do free business coaching and I would do free coupon coaching. So that's why I do this business. Does that make sense? Like if I had the means to do it for free, I would. And this right now is a form of free coaching. So I show up on social media 5, 6 times a week and I do lives like this. I answer questions. I support people. I'm helping you. I'm giving you free advice and free coaching right now, which I have no problem doing because I love doing this at the core of me. If you ask me a coupon question right now, I will go the hell off, right? Because I love it so much. So I don't think you will fail. I think that if you are focused and you're doing something that you enjoy, it will go well. That's why I teach my clients do something that you like and something that you're good at. Because when the nursing business got tough, I quit that. When the coupon business got tough, I reinvented it. I reinvigorated it. I changed things. I worked on it because at the core of it, I love it. The core of it, I love I love helping women with money, period. Whether it's saving money or making money, I love that. So I think do not start a business based on the income that you can make from it. Start a business based on something that you're good at and something that you like, and then we can figure out a way to monetize it all. Okay, that's me trying to increase income without doing. Yeah. But the other thing I want everyone to understand is that you have to work to make the income. Even people who have passive income, like even if you think about a vending machine, yes, it's passive, but in the beginning, you have to do work. You got to buy the vending machines, you got to find locations, you have to fill them up. You have to fill them up. So passive income is passive, but it's got to be active to start. Like I can sell a digital course, but if I don't have an audience, I have to actively pay for ads on social media for people to see my course and buy it. Does that make sense? You have to build the course, decide the course, all the things, make sure it actually works, and then it becomes passive, but you still need to market. So if anyone's like, oh, this business is completely passive, you don't got to do nothing, run, because it's probably a scam. Even if you are an investor, you actively had to have the money, you actively have to do your research, and you actively have to invest money for it to work for you. Stock market, it's passive, but you actively have to put your money in and know when to put your money in and when to take your money out. Or you actively have to pay a stockbroker and actively have a conversation with them. So, yes, the money is passive, but you still have to be active. You still have to set that up. Does that make sense? So, do I make money in my sleep? Yes. Do people buy me? Do I get payments? Yes. But I have been working my butt off for the past 5 years to build an audience of that. Now, no one is going to KristenMaximizer.com unless I send them. No one's waking up like Amazon and just going to see what I have. But the over 1,700 videos that I have on the internet on YouTube, probably another 1,000 videos on TikTok. I have 2,000 posts on Instagram. Probably 1,000 of them are business oriented. So I have over 3,000 pieces of content that are pointing people to my business in some way, shape, or form. So that's passive now because people can go to KristenMaximizer.com and you can sign up for the Side Hustle Society. You can sign up for the Money Saving Academy. You can contact me to book a one-on-one call with me. But that's because I put out all of this content. Does that make sense? Do you think it's a good idea to ask people for feedback on products to see if we are a sham? I think it honestly depends. When you are creating a product, does it solve a problem? And do you have a group of people who you can trust that are going to give you good feedback? But you can never be thinking negative of yourself to see if we are a sham. You're not a sham. You're developing your product. So you can ask for people's feedback to see if it works in the way that you designed it to work, but not because you're a sham. Think and speak positively of yourself and your business. Think and speak positively of yourself and your business. You're not a sham. You're not broke. You're not stupid. You're not uneducated. You don't know what to do in your business. Okay, I'm learning how to run a business. I'm unsure of how to do this. I really don't know what I'm doing, but I'm learning how to do it. Right? So let's think positively about ourselves. So I hope this live was helpful. I'm a little bit over my time and I'm tired and I need a shower like ASAP. So if you have any additional questions, feel free to shoot me a DM at Chris the Maximizer, KRYS the Maximizer on TikTok and Instagram. If you want to join the Side Hustle Society, I have a $30 off your first month code just for you. If you're like, this has been great, I want to be coached by you, I want to be one of your clients, I want you to help me run my business. Again, you get 3 months free and you get a 30-minute kickoff call with me. And when you join today, before I go to sleep, you get a $30 code off of your first month. So the 2 payment plan options are 12 payments of $199, save yourself a few dollars, or you can do 15 payments of $165, and I will give you a $30 off code if you decide to sign up tonight. So slide in my DMs. I will be in my DMs for a little bit before I hop in the shower. I'll be more than happy to send you the link and the code because I gotta give you the code. If you want that that $30 off, you need to get the code from me before you sign up. But you can check out my website, christhemaximizer.com. It has the links to the Side Hustle Society, but you need to get that special code from me. So if you want the code, DM me. I'm ready to start my business and I shall give you the code. Was this helpful? Yes or no? Let me know. Was this helpful? Yes or no? Was this helpful? Yes or no? Are you excited to be consistent in your business? Are you excited to start a business? Are you ready to start a business? Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know. Was this helpful? Are you excited? Are you ready? Let's work together. I have a goal for this month to sign 20 people to the Side Hustle Society. This person joined, Elena. I'm so excited to have her, and I'm looking to add 20 more people to the Side Hustle Society. This program is amazing. I just decided on a major change that is going to blow this program out of the water. It's going to blow this program out of the water. It's going to be the best coaching program for brand new business owners. It's just, I'm like, why didn't I think of this sooner? So I'm adding 2 major things to the program next year. Yes, I would love for you to talk more about your business journey. Okay. So I did some lives back in August for my 5-year anniversary, and I talked about my business journey there. But I'll be more than happy to share more about it tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I will be live at, tomorrow's Thursday. So I'm planning to be live at, hold on, let me look up my schedule. Why am I in December? It is October. Tomorrow, I'll be talking about business launch tips, and I'll be live at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to hear me talk about my business journey, you can definitely come. You can also send me a DM, Long Beach Jets, on TikTok or Instagram, and I can link to you my lives that I did in August. And you can watch the replays where I talk a little bit more about my business journey and how I became Chris the Maximizer. I also have videos of how I made $300,000 using social media. And by the way, I use all organic social media. I've spent less than $500 on ads, and none of my ads directly got me a sale, in my opinion. So I made $300,000 all organically. So YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all organic, all on social media. That is how I've been able to grow my business, all on social media. I don't market any of it, and email. I have my email list too that I have been building for the past 4 years. So that's it. That's all. I'm gonna go because I'm out of water. Skating took me out completely, and I need to shower. So all organically, yes. I've like I said, I've spent $500 on ads, but I'm just a content machine. I'm literally a content machine. And these lives, like, honestly, selling live is my favorite. If I didn't have to post a piece of content and I could just go live every day, I would. Like, I'm on a quest to go live for 365 days. We are on day 219. It hasn't been consistent. I started around this time last year, I want to say. So I'm at day 219, and I'm going to go until I hit day 365. Just to say, oh my gosh, it took me longer than a year, but I went live for 365 days. And I'm going live 5 times a week in October. So I'll be live tomorrow, and then my live schedule for next week. I'm going to have to put like a post up, or if you are not on my email list, you can DM me. I'll get you on my email list. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to email my list on Sunday and say, these are the days that I'm going to be live. because next week I'm slated to go live Sunday through Friday. So I'll be live every day, Sunday through Friday of next week. Sunday through Friday of next week, I will be live. So that's 6 days because I'm making up for not being here on Friday. But anyway, Sunday through Friday next week, I will be live. So subscribe to Build a Business with Chris on YouTube. DM me on Instagram or Facebook if you have any questions, or you're ready to work with me and you want that $30 code. You want that $30 code to work with me on growing your business. Okay. But I'm going to email my list and let them know what days I'm going to be live and the tentative time. Sometimes I have to switch times because life runs over. But I'll put the times and the days that I'll be live in the email. So if you want to get on the email list. So thank y'all so much for joining me. I'm looking forward to working with some of you inside the Side Hustle Society, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.